guys, and welcome back to Car Focus. Now a slightly different point of view video this time round. You're attached to my head and we're out for a little drive. I'm filming in 4K as well, so it's a bit of an experiment really, just to see how the video turns out. But while we're out on this drive, I thought I'd address one of the questions that I keep getting asked about the RS, and that is why I'm not daily driving this car anymore. Now you've probably already seen my last video about the Focus Estate that I've bought, my Mark II diesel, and the whole purpose of that car is basically so I don't have to drive this one as much, and also so I can do, you know, the less desirable tasks in the Focus, in the Estate. You know, I don't really want to be using the RS every day to drive to work, to go to Tesco's, you know, to do tip runs, have the dogs in the back, you know, that kind of thing, because I worry about this car a lot. If I park it in the supermarket, you know, I can't just sling it in a space. I have to find an end space, you know, right out the way, and if it's busy, it's just a nightmare, and it just makes the trip stressful. I don't want to get parking dents and scratches and scuffs on this car, and there are a lot of people about in this day and age that just don't care about other people's property, and they will happily just open their door and dent your car or scratch it with a trolley. You know, people don't care, and at the end of the day, in 90% of the cases, your car is often your second biggest asset. You have a house and then you have your car, and if I've got a decent car, I want to look after it. So I've bought an £850 Mark II Ford Focus for that exact reason. I can use that car to go to the supermarket, I can chuck stuff in the boot. You know, I do care about it because I care about all of my possessions and, you know, all of the things I own, but I don't care about it like I care about this car. So I'll happily park the Focus in the work car park and leave it there all day and not worry about it. I can't do that in the RS. It also means, you know, long trips when we go and see friends in Wales and stuff, I can take the Estate and I don't have to worry about the mileage racking up, you know, or the residual value. You know, it just makes everything a lot less stressful. And it also does save me a bit of money, because the diesel is probably saving me about 30 quid a week in fuel. If I was using this RS to go to work, it cost me about 20 quid a day, whereas in the diesel Focus, it cost 20 quid, lasts me about 3 days. So it does also save me money in the long run. So where I'm at now with this RS is basically this car is now pretty much there for as and when I want to use it, so I don't have to use it. I don't have to use it at all. I just pick and choose now when I want to use this. So I'm out in this car now. It's Friday night. My wife's out, and I was bored, so I thought, let's go for a drive in the RS. And I've now got that luxury just to be able to kind of take it out when I want to, and not worry about the mileage racking up. You know, I'm not having to park it in a car park at the minute. I'm just driving it around. So I'm in this car the whole time, so I know exactly what's happening with it. I'm not leaving it unattended anywhere. And I've already done 23,633 miles in this car in just shy of 2 years. So basically I'm averaging 12,000 a year, and I haven't been using this car as a daily for, God, I don't know, it must be nearly a year now. Yeah, about a year, maybe over a year. So I still use this car a lot. I often just jump in this car and just drive for the sake of it. I don't have a destination in mind. I just get in and I just drive. And when I do that, you know, I could do like 200 to 300 miles in a day quite easily. Oh, here we go. Oh, a little bit greasy around there. Jesus, man, this thing does fly. And also, you get a new, you know, you get an appreciation every time you drive it as to just how good it is. Because I'm driving a 120 brake 1.8 diesel Focus every day. I jump in this, you know, this is probably pushing 400 brake now. This thing feels like an absolute rocket ship. So it just gives me, oh God, there's somebody walking. I don't know if you saw that. There's a bloke walking in black clothing on the hard shoulder just there. asking to get himself run over. So yeah, every time I jump in this car, I just realise, you know, how special it is. Whereas if you drive it every day, you kind of get used to it, you start taking it for granted. But I love the fact this is sat in the garage and I can just hop in, go for a drive, it puts a smile on my face, job done. So that, guys, is my reasoning for not using it as a daily. And at the end of the day, I can afford to run another car, so why not? Why not? To me, it makes perfect sense. I don't have to use this as a daily, so I'm not. It's no garage queen, you know. It gets used in the winter. I'm out in the winter now. It's wet, it's greasy, salty, blah, blah, blah. I'm not bothered. It'll get a wash over the weekend. But yeah, I'm still racking the miles up. I'm still loving it. So that's it. So that hopefully has answered the question. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this quick video. I think what I'm going to do now is just stop talking for a minute and let the car do its own thing. Go over this roundabout here, and then we'll wrap it up. God, this thing is an animal. Yeah, anyway guys, that is it from me. Just something a little different. I thought I'd just strap the camera on my head just to try it out. But yeah, I've got a pretty exciting video coming up next week before I go. A Revo tuned 330 brake Fiesta ST Mark 7. So that should be pretty cool. Obviously I used to have the MP215, so I'm looking forward to seeing how quick it is against this RS as well, just how it feels to drive in comparison to the RS. So anyway, I really am going now. Thank you very much for tuning in as always, and until the next video, I shall see you soon.